Greetings, all my dreamers and dreamettes. It's your boy Mickey Fenty, aka Mickey Made It. If you're new to this channel, you know what to do to this channel. Subscribe right now. Also, like and share this video, this live stream this morning. How are you guys doing, man? I just want to let you guys know I feel so blessed today. The blessings are up. I feel so good. I'm in good energy. I'm sending out good energy to all the families out there over the weekend. As you know, everything that's going on in the news, in society, people are taking it in and it's holding heavy on a lot of people's hearts. So I know the energy out there, it's mid right now. So I just want to send out some love and energy, and we're feeling good today, man. I feel so blessed today, you guys. You just don't know. I'm just happy to be alive. I'm happy to be able to come on Monday and talk to you guys again. This is the reason why I do what I do. And if you guys, this episode, before we get into it, this episode is sponsored by Inspired by Dreams. And that's my clothing line. That's my clothing brand. And if you guys want to check me out, it's inspiredbydreams.shop. And that's dreams with three Z's. Okay. So before we set it off, I always want to set off the playlist ad. And man. The vibes were my vibes are so up right now. That common sense, I call them Common, so old school. Common and Pete Rock's the Auditorium. I listen to that over and over again. It's so many songs on there. And besides, you guys have my like theme song, man. It started off with Dream. That's the first song that I started off with. I don't know. That's how I listened through the playlist, and it was just every song. I want to give them big ups to them because we know that from Common's craftsmanship from way back from I used to love her. Man, I followed this guy's career all the way to this point now, and I just know it just feels so hip hop. It feels like something that could add on to each one. And don't talk about Pete Rock. I gotta big up my West Indian brother right there. I'm Bayesian, he's Jamaican, so we all won. We all won. So his work from that point till now, priceless. So this is another add to both of their legacy, and just a little continuation or another brick added onto this legacy they've been building over the years, each one of them as individual and coming together now. So I really love every single song. It's so hip hop. I'm gonna be playing that over and over again. Just throughout my just designing process. I got a lot of things to do today. I got a surprise animation coming for you guys. I've just been working so hard, and I love you guys for just holding me down and supporting me, because in these times, man, the support is needed. But I feel so blessed, man. The brand is, we picking it up. The Inspired by Dreams brand, for those who want to be in the know or just getting to know me, it's doing good. Right now, everybody, I put out a video, a reaction video, and I also put out another segment. It's called Money, Power, and Ownership, that you guys can get a little tidbits and tips on how businesses are running right now, and how you should, you got to go through the journey. You're gonna take your ups and downs, just how you intake it. So I just wanted to start with that. So big ups to Common, Pete Rock, man, you guys are the best. Love it. And it says volume 1, so I know there's going to be another continuation, and we are all looking forward to it, because hip hop needs this type of music. Hip hop needs music with stability that we can put in time and say, you know what, I remember when they dropped this, and oh, look at where they're at now, or this is what they're up to, this is how he thinks. So I really appreciate it. And that's like another ad that goes right in there with the Nas. My playlist is very, one day I'll share with you guys my whole playlist, and you'll see how it's so extensive, from Nas, Ali Vegas, Lloyd Banks. Everything is, it's so, trust me, it's all over the place. South, West, Kendrick, everything from this buzzing song and everything. I just have, my playlist is crazy. So I'm very happy to add a couple of those joints to the playlist. So thanks you guys for that donation that you added to the game right now, to hip hop. Now, okay, so I gotta start it off with this Donald Trump and the attempted assassination. Well, the first thing we're going to start this off with healing energy for Donald Trump, number one, because anybody getting hurt in these times, whether, I don't, side you're on or what side you're voting for, it's not good. And it's a highlight to show how the world is, what's put in our face. We're seeing that right in front of our face. Not only are we seeing people in our society getting hurt, but now we're also seeing the higher ups, and people are trying to assassinate people. And it's just the way people choose to resolve problems. But what I want to touch on, I want you guys to always remember this, and I'm talking from just the black culture in general, because I see a lot of people, I've been looking at a lot of people just stating how they felt about the situation and, what side they're going for or who they didn't like and this and that. And I understand that, and I totally understand that. But when it comes to our people, I want you to know that in the black culture, the reason why I would never go back and forth with somebody about political views or how they feel about a certain party is because our culture is a very forgiving culture. And what I do understand and what I love about my people is you got to understand there wasn't no black man that went there and aimed that thing at Donald Trump. That wasn't a black man because it's just not our thing it's not our way of solving problems. And this is kind of the reason why I wanted to start with this whole topic here. And it just shows that the energy you build up and you put these people are mental health is taking over the world, and it corrupts people's mind to think that not only are they going to get away with it, but they don't care if they get killed behind it. And what that does is it just makes a whole destructive mindset. And these type of mindsets, it leads to people that's looking up to say, you know what, I'm gonna self-destruct if I get into this. And it doesn't, you don't have to resolve it that way. That is a presidential issue. So when it comes to somebody aiming and a bullet hitting the man, no, I'm not one of those people that's gonna celebrate that or he that. It's not right. And at the end of the day, we have to watch ourselves in the world. And the sad thing is, I'm not gonna come here and lie to you guys, but I feel like in these times it's way past our limits, and we're not on the lens that they are on. Right now, I feel like war, it's already implanted. It's gonna be it's necessary. It's coming, and we have to prepare ourselves for what is next to come. And that's the reason why I wanted to jump on here and let you guys know how you can just get your mindset ready for these things and know what you're gonna do before you do it. Now, I see a lot of people concentrating on looking at people of who they're voting or not. It's not really about that. When you have to look at this as it's going to be something that's going to come towards us. Who is going to be the best in defense to defend us all as a people? People are taking their like little issues out of people or the things they said and did. Everybody makes mistakes. This is a type of thing where we have to really go for the benefits of the world instead of the benefits of us as individuals. Because when we really look at this as a whole, we are all being affected by the same things. All of us, from mental health to for people getting into car accidents, just people they're losing their mind, drinking, the drugs and the fighting and the gun violence. All of these things it's kind of all surrounding all of us as a whole, as a people. And if we could take a look at that and we could try to find to resolve those issues, the bigger issues like the presidents, and it would have never had ever happened. Because once you solve at least a place where we can get people that have those mental health issues in a place, or at least identify them in the street, then all of these, just crashing out and doing what you feel like is right and hurting people for no reason and taking that route, that could be eliminated. So that's just all I wanted to say on that particular part. For as far as my people and who they're voting for, my black people gonna vote for who they feel that's most closer to their heart. I'm not mad at that. When the time comes, we still have to know how to deal with it, the after, and how we're gonna go after this, and how we're gonna deal with each other. We gotta come together. I always say it, I know it's gonna sound like a song that keeps playing on the radio, but look, listen. If we don't come together and we keep pointing fingers at other parties, that's the way our mindset is going to be. It's just going to be subjected to, because versus is not that coming together and versus somebody is two different things. When you verse, there's going to be a person that loses in that situation. And just like we see as mental health, families and other people are losing their minds behind the lost family members. So we can't go forward because we have to really tend to the people that when the trauma happens, we have to keep healing, because if we leave that and go into the next situation, what happens is you build up a whole group of people that's just they're full of trauma. The decisions that they make are not going to be the right decisions. Anything that goes on next in their life is probably going to be detrimental to their life. So we gotta do better than that. And that's just, I wanted to touch on that. If you guys have anything, how y'all feel about the whole situation. I seen the guy, he was like laying on top of the see, when I first seen it, it felt like Donald Trump was smart enough. When that first bullet whizzed, he didn't realize what it was, but he went down, and then the person to the left jumped on top of him. And man, my heart pounding, 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 because this is something that we don't in our in these times. What we have to realize. Let's take a look back and highlight the things that's been going on. We've seen from the COVID. We done seen aliens and things that we couldn't recognize in the air. We've seen almost an attempted assassination in these times. All of these things have to do with violence. All of these things have to do with destruction. All of these things are they haven't been resolved yet. And us as the people, we're like left walking on eggshells every day, doing what we have to do, working, going to work, paying our bills. But we don't really know what's actually going on. We can only go for what's face value. But behind the scenes, yeah, there's something actually going on that we might not know about. Did they, like, who is that person? Why did he do that? Why is there any outlets that he had to somebody else in some other states and other people that was against us? We don't know these things. But when I seen Donald, he threw up his fist. When I seen the blood on the side, and he looked by the side, and he looked back at the people, he realized back to where he was, and he threw up his fist. It was an energy in that, and people over there screaming because they got hit. People die behind this, and people are more looking at it as like a rally up in a rally for Donald Trump. But no, it was more like, I'm still here, but at the end of the day, we don't know. Tomorrow is not promised for any of us, for any of us. So it's not, I see people, they're relating that to, oh, that's Black Power fist. All the jokes and stuff, like I tell you guys, if you put the people with the jokes in front of these situations, you're going to get the same results. Things that we don't understand. And we have to understand, him putting up the fist meant a lot. It meant more for America, that knowing that no matter how this thing turns out, you're not going to take a person that's going to change this outcome. Outcome is always going to be the same. How God put it out there to be is how it will be. So that's how I lean on it. But I try to get my folks and my peoples like you guys, or my peeps out there, to know how to deal with it, no matter what the outcome may be. Excuse me. And that's the reason why I wanted to bring that up there to you. Another thing, you guys, did y'all hear about Wiz Khalifa? Now, Wiz Khalifa is my boy. We got the same birthday, every day. I can't understand. Every day I watch Wiz Khalifa. That's my guy. He always made great music. And I think he's like a Snoop Dogg to me. Like, you should know Wiz Khalifa smokes. But right is right and wrong is wrong. In these times, especially places he said he was in Romania, these are places that you really have to check their laws and actually keep a consistent like eye on how, if their laws change too, if you're gonna be in that place, as far as like, displaying your music or having concerts and things. Because when their laws change, man, he's facing up to 10 years. And I think that's just like a money grab, what these places do, where they try to get as much money out of him, and then he leaves, he pays them, and then that's it. But you got to be very careful when you're traveling and understand the places that you're going to. They had their laws and things like that. So I just wanted to, give my boy Wiz, get him out there. Do not lock Wiz Khalifa up. He's one of the good guys, man. So shouts out to Wiz Khalifa. That's my guy. And I know he's always dropping dope music. I gotta check him out and just throw a few in there in my playlist. I got some old joints, old cuts from him, like Ink My Whole Body and things like that. But I really want to jump on top of some of his new joints and check him out. I can't check everybody out at the same time, but I try to, keep up with what's going on as I work. And if you guys didn't check it out, I put a reaction video out there for the 14-year-old and his crew. They broke into like a luxury car dealership, and they was just he bust the car through the window. And I'm like, man, look at these young kids, man. 14 years old and you're doing something like that. You don't even got a license to drive, but you're still ready to catch a felony or whatever charges this may be when they catch up with you. Life for some people is just, they're looking at it from like a short, like today, and then they'll wait for tomorrow and live that out. They don't have no planning or nothing in their life, and they're just going out there like zombies and just doing whatever in the public, and it's hurting and harming other people and other people's businesses. And it's sad. It's sad. What else we got? I heard Lil Reese was arrested in LA. All of these arrests, what people don't understand, this is time, this is money, this is energy that you're wasting in your life. In these times, wasting time and energy. This is all we have. This is all we have. You might think you have all these trinkets and things like that. When it comes down to it, all you have is your time and your energy right now. How you put yourself out there and how people treat you. You don't want to keep getting arrested and get into these same situations. And once you see yourself starting to get into a pattern of situations where you're making these same mistakes, you have to check yourself. In these times, we have to learn how to check ourselves and discipline ourselves. We can't have authority and other people disciplining us, because then what happens is it's going to set us back. I receive your blessings for doing good to other people. Trust me, this works. It's no miracle, this and that. It's just believing in God and having the right people around you. When you put yourself out there and you do good for people, good things come back to you. When you put yourself in that bad energy and that destructive energy, that type of stuff hovers over you. You have that black cloud over you and you can't get it off. It's crazy out there. I just want you guys to just stay familiar with the people that love you. Stay familiar with the people that's going to stand by your side and coach you through the wrongs and just salute you for your rights. Stay with those people. Don't be going around these other people. That's the reason why a lot of people right now in these times, they live in these lost lives. They don't know what's next to come. Some of them it's induced through trauma. Some of them they just haven't reached that point where they know who they are. When they look in the mirror, they don't see anything. It's a sad thing we're living in right now. And we all, no matter who has a little more than who or who might have less than who, it doesn't matter. We all people. We all human beings. A little bit of help for anybody. Everybody needs a little bit of help, no matter if they're millionaires or not. It might not just be help financially. It could be help mentally or physically or something. Just help them out with a situation that they might have not seen their way through. And that's how we come together as people and love one another. We can't, I mean, I'm not saying you have to be some guy to go out there and start loving up on everybody, but at least the people that you come encounter with, at least put out your best energy around them so they can take that. And if somebody should ever ask about you, that's the energy they're going to present to them about you. Because when people hear, oh, you're this, you're that, you're this, you're that, that thing carries forth, especially now on social media. So we gotta, as people, we have to watch what we do, watch what we say, even our political views. Don't just jump on here spewing out any old different thing and about how this the president and you don't care about this and he and all that stuff. Because at the end of the day, you'll be so surprised who's watching you. You have to have some discipline in your mind and have some responsibility in yourself to know that this video can get out to anybody. All your kiki and can land on that president's desk. So have some respect for the people higher up, that because we're all going through this. We're living in America and things are not the best. Things are not the best. Yeah, we might smile. Some people might over celebrate, or some people might hide it down. Some people don't even know what's going on. But for the ones in us that we do know, the economy right now, we're not looking good. We're not looking good. People are going to work and they're not being compensated the money that they're supposed to. Everybody's salary everywhere, I don't care, from the teachers all the way up to the bus drivers, should have been raised to a point where they can live with their families a legitimate and a comfortable life. But still, America, it seems like since the money is in front of everybody's eyes, everybody wants to take. They're leaving the middle class and the people under them, and the people that's not even middle class, they're leaving them to hang out and die. While the rich are mad too, because that's some of their family and they're losing money more and more. They can't even sustain and maintain the stuff that they already have. So that's when things start to crumble. We have to come together, start raising these wages up for people, so make people happy to at least go and make a salary. At least when Friday comes, they can at least smile instead of looking at a piece of paper and just feeling like a whole trauma and depression. That's not the way life should be. And I don't think it's fair to Gen Z, Gen X, Gen A, Gen B. I don't think it's fair to us as human beings. Just because I can sustain myself and I have enough discipline to balance myself out as far as my spending, as far as the people I come encounter with, not everybody has this type of discipline like I do. And I understand that. I see it every single day. They don't have that. Some people, they need those little material things in their life to make them feel a little bit of value, or at least make them feel like they worked for something last week. You understand what I mean? So we always got to keep that in mind and take other people's, see for other people's wrongs and try to fix it in our minds. And if you know that person, try to help them out. That's what it's all about right now. Everybody needs to take a helping hand and a holding, and don't worry about who's next to you and who they're gonna vote for or who he's voting for. Just understand and have a focus on why you're voting if you're gonna vote, and understand that if it doesn't go your way, don't just because we in these times we have a thing where if we don't get our way, it becomes this destructive mindset where we don't want to do this, and when that person says something, we don't want to do that. That's not the way we are going to get this thing going. We have to understand, no matter who gets in office, that there's going to be some way that we have to get our mindset ready to do better than we last did, because if that's the case, then anybody will run in America and do whatever they want. The immigrants will take us all out. To be honest with you, it's scary out here. The crime is rising. It is rising. Trust me, like the gas bill. This crime is rising, and it's scary out there. People can't enjoy themselves and live the life that they once wanted because they're walking on eggshells. So once we start getting rid of all this negative and destructive energy, whether we have to go through a war to get to that point and rebuild, or we can just stop it before it even happens, whether we have to get there. We have to get there. We have to get there. Something, it doesn't, it's not like we have all the answers, but something doesn't feel right. It just doesn't feel right. The temperature of this whole thing, the energy of just how people's mindsets and how people are looking at situations online, the way people look at social media and intake it, something's not right. I don't know what it is, but I just, I hear things, Um, yeah, so, another thing I wanted to tell you guys, in the like I wrote this down for you guys to if for the people that have anxiety, the people that take things in or get emotional in certain situations that they might see on social media, being that we have so much to come and we don't know what's next to come, stay like me, and I'm always calm in the chaos. Meaning that when things go down, I've already put my mindset to knowing that if it goes the worst or if it goes, I know how to handle it on every level. And that's what takes your anxiety down for the people that just dealing with things and just gets a little extra emotional. Like, I want you guys to check this out. Shouts out to Andy Appleseed TV's page. He put up a video on Linnell, and she spoke on her losing her husband. It was so emotional, you guys, man. The tears started pouring down my eyes, man. I got love for Linnell, so I'm just gonna send her some healing energy. And we all go through things that we lose people, and sometimes we have no real answers on if we ever see him again or if what's next to come. In other words. So, but we have to keep faith, and faith is what makes you go out there and you have no fear at all, because whatever happens, it's in God's plan. It's in God's way of telling you this is what is supposed to happen. And when you live your life like that, you find a peace in yourself. You can never knock that, You find a peace in yourself when you live your life like that, just knowing that it's not up to you. This is everything that you see, everything that's going on right now. This is your body, this is your flesh, but inside your soul is what the real value holds. And that's what makes us all connect and love and feel love. Not just say love, but feel love. And that all comes from the soul. So once you have your faith, nobody can do nothing to you. You don't have to be scared. You have to walk a straight path like the king and queen you are, and just go through your journey. That's how I'm taking it. That's why I said, I feel blessed. I feel blessed, man. That's just how, life is. Life at this point, this certain point in time where we're all living and we're all seeing things. For some people are seeing it for the first time, and some people are seeing it in cycles. What we all have to do and understand is find some kind of medium where we all meet up and say, you know what, you're right too. How could we come together? Because I see things going on YouTube that some people just do some so grimy stuff to some people, and you can look at that and think that the whole world is like that, but then that's how you become fooled. Because in my lifetime and up to this point, I have never dealt with so many like destructive people in my life. I never had that. So I don't know how that can feel having just so many people around you that's so destructive and people's mindsets are off. You kind of got to make your way through this like storm of people that not really getting it now, but might could get it later. And I grew up around a lot of people that kind of had a clear lens on how life should be, and we all came up in a way of learning from each other, and that's how I grew as a person to say, you know what, I understand that, yes, I do have The material things when you're younger, they do say something for you. But you have to get yourself out of that and then start saying something for yourself. And that's when you become a man. You start realizing that the true love in yourself, that's what's going to define who you are. And that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at this point. It's not to say I don't have anxiety. I have anxiety. I get stressed out still. And things sometimes don't go my way. And sometimes I do feel like giving up. But sometimes it's like you have to really understand the journey is not going to be like a water slide and you just slide through and just to your destination. The journey is more like, it's kind of like, those bikes on the mountains trying to go down the mountain, you get some bumps. Some people crash, fall off, got to jump back on the bike and try to make it on the way down. And some people are looking down like, how are they doing that? I can't believe I would never do that. And we just are the ones that we just take the leap. That's all. We take the leap and we use our mind before we use our strength. A lot of people out there are just seeing how people resolve their problems, whether it's with a gun or destroying people, shooting people. But when you use your mind, you can come to resolve things way before it happens. They're like, yo, I knew that was going to happen. Okay, I see that. I'm going to maneuver past that. No, I don't want to deal with that. No, I'm going to avoid that. I'm not going to sign that contract. I know my value. And these are the type of things, that's how you build your strength in as a valued person, online and offline. Let me see what you guys are saying. I love you guys. Good energy. Good morning, y'all. I don't mind the jokes today. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Love y'all. Jesus. You look good speaking the truth. I appreciate y'all. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, man. I just, what I do is, like, before I got here to y'all, I was anxious to get to y'all to just release some energy and let y'all know that I know what y'all are feeling and I know what people are feeling out there. I've seen the thing with Donald Trump and the energy of that whole thing just brought people like this. Oh my God, what's going on? And it's like, it takes you to an emotional point. You try to take your mind and off of things, but right now it's like you're looking outside, but the world is at war. And I take things in and I start feeling for people a lot more because of my anxiety. So I can sometimes, if I'm too emotional, I could just start tearing up on the drop of a dime and feeling too emotional and snap myself out of it. Like, hold on, let me get back to a place where I get some kind of understanding of the situation. This thing I can't stop this. Like, I can't stop these things from happening. When I look at that guy, it looked like the same kind. To me, it reminded me of the guy that some of you guys might be too young, but a lot of people know this story because they're great artists. The Beatles, when with John Lennon, he looked like that type of guy where he was just lost. Like, how are you gonna be laying there? It's crazy, man. Having that as a title, Assassination, in 2024 is by itself is crazy. I just thought, like, as people, we gotta come together, man. I don't care. It's too many. It's just too much destruction for people to even think that, like, love is around that. I've seen kids, man. Once I see kids 13 and 14 and little girls getting sexually abused and people getting harmed at a lower age, that's what makes me inside start feeling bad. I start not to think about everything else in life where there's things to think about, and I start concentrating on why is this going down and why people don't see what's going down. And that's when I try to start working and start doing my editing to try to get to you guys a message to see y'all, so y'all can see it the way I see it. It's scary. These kids don't understand that, there is more for them. There's more for them to create. There's more for them to see, more for them to experience in life than to be. But this, and the negative energy and the things that they're doing, like say they want to do music now. And they go in there and they talking about so and so, or how he passed away, or how he got shot, and now they're talking about him. They don't even know that energy that they're writing on those words and they're repeating it for themselves to remember it. They don't realize how powerful those words are and how far they travel, and they hit people like a dagger in their heart for the peoples that they lost. So now when they hit those people now and they just think it's a good beat going out there, you build up an energy with that family now that hates you and build up hate for you because they lost their family member, and you're like, like laughing through their grave, and you making views and views, and as your views go up and go up and go up, the more the trauma and all the, and then they hurting inside. You can't do that, because when it's your time and it come back and the cycle hits you and your mother's crying, and those, it's the same thing, man. It's no way we can get out of that. If even if you're the biggest person in the world and you go shoot somebody down, and their family, whether they stronger than you or tougher than you, and they run up on you with a weapon, and they discharge their weapon and hit you with it, and now you pass away. It don't matter if that guy was tougher than you. It don't matter if you're in a one-on-one fight, if you could have beat that guy. The fact is that the hurt made that vengeance come back and do that thing, and now both of y'all lose. So it's a lose-lose situation. And once you see it from that angle, you don't have to worry about these outside things. Like, look at Diddy. They said Diddy allegedly he put a hit out. Well, let me get to this real quick with you guys, because I know y'all don't play when it comes to me. Diddy, it says he made a death threat, right, to an editor, taunting him, and I guess it was like the Vibe boss. He made like a death threat. Now, let me tell you the difference between the past and the future and the times we are living in now. You can't put no death threats out on nobody. You cannot tell your friend or call or make a phone call or tell so-and-so to do this to somebody else. Don't you know that same person that you put out there to do that to somebody else could then in turn around and get you for more money than you paid them? Can't you wake up? That's what I tell you. These people, they don't have power like you think they do. The only power they have is to hurt their own people. Why are you going to turn around and after you do that to a woman, you're going to stomp Cassie out on camera, and then you still behind the scenes, you putting out death threats on another female, and you going to tell us you sorry? It's like every time I hear this man's name and something come up, it's always something like him trying to squeeze and wiggle his way out. Oh, I'm selling $70 million mansion. Y'all got to wake up. The reason why he's selling that $70 million mansion, because he feel like with the $70 million sold, he can cover and buy out all his problems without having to touch the rest of the money. And that's the reason why you've seen him in Wyoming, because that's the richest and most safest places, because that's where the presidents live. And Harry, what's his name? The guy that played Indiana Jones lives out there. Everybody with political power, Harris Ford lives out there. So he went to get tips from somebody out there, or somebody of political power out there, to get him out of this situation. And y'all don't see what that man is doing? He's trying to wiggle his way out of the situation. So all these little death threats, those are just for the people that can't protect themselves. How could he be sorry and put a death threat on another lady? Think about it. You sorry, but you're doing the same thing, and you're going to actually do that to somebody. It opens my eyes. It opens my thoughts to thinking that what people are saying, because I'm not with all the conspiracy. I like to have the facts in front of my face, or have something legitimate to go off of. But it's starting to see like all the past things people have saying about your wife and how, the death it's been suspicious. It's starting to feel like, some things could have been possible. You putting out death threats. That's what I tell you. These people, they take the money from you guys. You support these people for years. They're turning around, hurt you, and they're going to put a death threat on you after people support you for all these years for Bad Boy. And you're going to put a death threat on somebody. You. After they took Biggie Smalls' life in L.A., and you couldn't even you stand there like a loser. You stand there like a loser, and you have to fix your face, because you know more than we all know. We only fans. We didn't know all of this. We didn't even know you was like this. But you sat there, and you got the nerve to put a death threat on another black queen? Are you crazy? Don't you ever let that come out again, because they will put you behind bars for more than 30 years. You can't hurt your own people. You already did enough of that. Healing doesn't involve you and other people. Healing just involves yourself, your soul, you and God, if you believe in him. Not you putting out to try to block people from talking about you. No, people going to talk about you. I'm sorry, Dave. People going to talk about you. The things that you did and the description that they have of you is alarming and surprising to us. We didn't know you for this. So if you don't expect somebody to be alarmed by how people and seeing you beat up on a female and seeing you try to duck all these problems, well, you must be out of your mind. This is social media. We only human. When we hear something about somebody that's totally different than the person, it's like the worst surprise you can ever get. So don't come here and talk about. When every time I hear something on, it's always something crazy, like him trying to cover up something, or or people are trying to lead, like kind of like steer themselves away from the situation. No, the situation is here. We have two eyes. We've seen it. We didn't forget it. We have a mind and a brain. Come on now, you're gonna put a death threat on another female? Does that even make sense? That doesn't even make sense. It shows the demon you are. I see the hate in you, and I don't like it. We don't like it. We don't like it. We don't like it. It's demon energy, and that's the same energy that's floating around America right now. That same demon energy. If I don't get my way, I'm gonna take it, or I'm gonna do something to somebody. That's not the way to live. That's not the way to live, and that's not a good representation of a leader or anybody a leader that shows leadership qualities in hip hop. And that's the reason why a lot of you guys I don't champion. A lot of the time, it's a sad thing, but a lot of the people that I looked up to in the past, and I wouldn't say look up to as far as learn something from them, but just looking up to them as being a celebrity, a superstar, however you may call it, a rapper, just looking up to them and being happy for them. A lot of these people, they turn their backs on their communities. They turned their backs on their communities because of bad deals and the things that they've been wrong for. They took it out on the same fans that supported them. Can't y'all see what's going on? They're not fooling me, and they're not going to fool y'all because I'm going to keep y'all in tune. Don't let these people get here and just take your last bit of change because you love them or you love their favorite song. You make sure you understand who that person is before you even pull out a penny. Because that same penny could go into the one you love. And your partner could take you and make you feel much better than you having to trust in somebody that's leading you down the wrong road. That if they don't even care, they don't care about you. It's only some of them do. It's not every celebrity. Some celebrities are just like us. They feel for us, and they feel because we are their families. We're the ones that didn't sign the deal, but stayed back and rooted for them. So they feel that some people have hearts. It's not all celebrities, but it's just certain, you can just tell the people that don't stand up for nothing and they just sit there and just on to the next one, episode, whatever. No, it's not whatever. Our people are dying, and the people that, the neighborhoods you guys, have left and came about and left and made it out of, those people are still struggling. And without you looking back and making the type of music to uplift people or at least give people some kind of hope, you go there and you put some music out there that make people destroy themselves. And you know what the real truth is? It's because you're destroyed. You just don't want people to know it. But what you don't understand is the same people where you left and ran from, those are the same people that can help you heal. But instead, you have to keep that mask on that the entertainment business put on you. Is it worth it? Is the mask worth it? Why don't you just strip the mask and let us see who you really are? Because some of you, it might take you to another level, and for some of you, like Diddy, it's no good. It's dangerous. We're living in dangerous times. We're fighting against deception and trust. People are trying, and people are, and when it, oh my goodness, when it comes to relationships, I can't blame anybody. I'm one of those guys where you could, I'm not gonna say I'm some player, but I had I'll say fair share to keep it, keep it a nice. I had a fair share, so when it comes to relationships, in these times, I'm more looking towards the trusting. Can I trust you? Can I put my time into you? More than where we gonna go out to eat. We're gonna get something to eat. We're gonna go to nice places. I'm not gonna have you out there feeling less than the queen you are. But if we don't come to some kind of realization before we even go out there or pull the car out of the lot, then we can't go anywhere because in these times it's so hard to trust. I've seen people get set up, people just making the wrong moves and just taking their lives on like this random living. We can't do that. We can't live randomly. We have to live to a point where we know what's next to come and we can see what's coming in, whether it's our income or whatever it is. I did an episode for you guys. You guys can check it out. I call it Money, Power, and Ownership. And it's just giving you guys like some understanding of how things got to this point it is right now. and the real people that own the world, like from the bankers and how things are constructed, all the way down. I'm gonna have more episodes for you guys, all the way down to in the war, what the army guys eat, that raises the price of food and changes the nutrition menu just because that money is being funded by bigger corporations and they're paying those people for that food. Like when they're out there on the field and eating those trays, those are being by big people. So now when the food gets put out there, you got to understand, man, we are in America. Everything we have, everything we do is by abundance. It's a lot, a lot, a lot. We might feel like we don't have this, we might not have that, but from the outside world looking in, we have a lot. And what we don't understand is we're being taken advantage when it comes down to the people, because those prices, when they raise them and we can't afford what we're used to, not saying that's all we need, but we can't afford what we're used to, what it does is it sets this trauma and this zombie like feel like you can't accomplish nothing. You got to break out of that. And you're going to 9 to 5 where you feel like you're not getting compensated. I understand. I totally understand. I've went that route before. I've worked corporate where the hours, it feels like, some days you feel like not waking up and going to work. And then you go to work, and then when you get to your Friday and your paycheck, it's like, So I'm not saying that it's not going to get you through, but it's just like, okay, I cover bills, and you're just like holding on. In these times, we need extras. In other words, I'm just going to keep it a hundo. Everybody needs extras. Everybody's family should be able to afford one vacation or 2 vacations a year. Maybe 2 is stretching it, but at least 1 vacation a year where you can take your family out, go out, and come back to a job that's going to at least sustain everything you spent and more, and you can live your life a little bit better than you was living. But people are just stuck with this outlook of, okay, I got to see what they're doing and outdo them and outdo them. You can't outdo people in your neighborhood, because your neighborhood, from a majority trajectory, you guys are all put on the same platform. It doesn't matter if that one guy has a Bentley in your hood. If nobody around that place has Bentleys, then that place is going to still be labeled as a low income. It doesn't matter if he just the only guy in the hood. You want to, when your people are striving, you want to see everybody can do what they want to do. And that's how you know the community will strive, not just 1 or 2 people splashes here and there. That's no power. That's powerless stuff. That money could be snatched out of anybody's hand. You see, when us as a culture, if we had a lot of people with a big billions in power, then, we could say something. We can go to them for the loans. We can do this. We can do that with those people. Instead of having to go to outside sources where they keep these old school numbers where we can't apply ourselves to, because it leaves us in financial debt. It's just common sense, and we have to take down on the stuff, all of this extra stuff. We have to cut all the extra stuff out now and start being more concentrated on the stuff that we really need. From the food prices, gas prices, that alone will take you out the way. I'm not embarrassed to say it. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And the more wars that go out there, the more we end up taking the loss of it. We've been taking the loss in America for like a couple now, and we want to get back to the place where we can at least feel better about going out there and establishing something new. And we got to change up the whole like job structure. This whole 9 to 5 stuff. This thing is weighing on people's head. We need a whole rearrange. America needs just a whole new mass, like a whole new thing. We have to just restructure everything. And it's not like something that we have to say like, oh, we need to restructure it in 20, 30 years. No, we need it now. As fast as AI can make a decision, or as fast as it could answer a question, we need it like that, snappy, like everybody just getting on what they got to do. Don't look to entertainers to be political or powerful people. As when it comes, people have their own problems, and those are people just like us. People are looking and worshiping entertainers every day and not knowing that they're not powerful at all. You might see an entertainer and stand next to anybody, Biden, Donald Trump, but when they turn around, then people don't talk about them. Nah, man, they ain't got nothing to do with them, man. We haven't heard the real conversation of what's actually going on in America yet, but still we're here fussing and fighting. We don't know what's really going on. We don't. When I realized that we don't have some answers because the question is not put in our face, I started to realize, no, we have to figure this thing out on ourselves, on our own. as people. Stop concentrating on the things that's not gonna serve you. That's not gonna get you anywhere. Looking at people and them getting hurt, taking all that intake every day, it's gonna end up you're gonna be that person somebody else is looking at. No, get your life together and start concentrating on your bubble and the people around you and work your way up. What's good, y'all? Where y'all tuning in from? Where y'all tuning in from? I'm out here in the NYC. The weather's feeling good. I got that good energy. I'm feeling blessed. It's a blessing, man. I'm just feeling good, man. Just happy to be living. Where y'all tuning in from? Let me know. Leave it, drop it down the bottom. And also, man, y'all gotta go check out my shop. It's inspired by dreams.shop. That's dreams with three Z's at the end. I got the dopest fashion line in NYC, man. It's going down. It's blessings on blessings on blessings. Um. Oh, Minnesota. Shouts out to Minnesota, man. Oh, y'all from all over. Okay. I can dig it. I can dig it. Put that energy out there. Okay. I'm gonna give y'all a surprise then. Since y'all, I'm gonna give y'all a surprise. But this is only for the people that subscribe to my channel. Y'all know I give away surprises and stuff like that. But as the clothing line, I told you guys, when the clothing line gets to where I want it to be, at least in the middle, I'm not talking about it has to get to some millions and millions of dollars. But what I'm trying to do is I'm going to get you guys surprises every other lives and things like that. I'm going to throw some surprises, throw you guys some hoodies and t-shirts and things like that. I'm definitely going to hit you guys up. You know how it is. It's hard out here. I'm just trying to build up the money. And because everything that I make, I put it back in, save some, put it back in. And I'm going to have some surprises along the way for you guys. So I love you guys. Don't think that. But I got today's surprise. I'm dropping a new animation. Crash Out Season. Tonight at 12 a.m. Now, this animation right here, this one is going to be crazy because I put a lot of time into it. I want you guys to know that, I like to do the gruesome stuff. And the prompts that they're making nowadays, if you know what I'm talking about, they are regulating these prompts. So, like, if I put in say like a kid with a BB gun or a kid with a gun. Right now the prompts are cutting that out. They're like no gun, no kid. They are blocking gun kid, the word gun kid. So I had a hell of a time trying to explain to these people that I do stories and animated stories, and it's not everything that's good out there. I want to do some horror and make some stuff in there too. That's kind of a lot of movies that I like is a lot of horror. I have horror tattoos. I got Freddy, Jason all over me, like all these tattoos. Chucky, look. I don't know if y'all can see. It's like a Grim Reaper. Like I grew up on horror movies. Like that's every. I want to add that. I like adding that type of stuff and just giving people the reality of within my animations. I don't like making animations where it's ha ha he he. Everybody's no. I like to make my animations just how people feel in society, and sometimes that can be a little too much for YouTube. So I had to do my thing about going around it and making this because it's called Crash Out Season. I'm not going to make Crash Out Season just flowers and no, it's Crash Out Season. This is how it's going. I wanted to capture the temperature of people from your city, my city, all around the world. And that's what I'm almost finished with it. But tonight at 12 a.m., Crash Out Season animation. I know y'all going to love this one. Y'all love the drill music one. I see y'all still watching that. This one right here, I think, tops that, and I think y'all going to understand what I'm saying in Crash Out Season. But it's really, really dope. The characters are dope. I just got to add a few parts in there. And I have to add some background music on there. But it's almost finished. After this live is over, I'm going to jump on it, and I'm working for you guys right now because not only do I have to do my fashion line, I have to make some new designs. But I also got to get that animation out, and that takes a while. So that's what I'm going to jump. After this live, I'm jumping on it. Word like The Exorcist. Although I like scary movies, I mean, I'm not saying that like good movies with the love feel movies and the things like that. I love that too, but I also like being scared. Like, I like that little shock. A lot of people don't like, they don't like because they're fear. The people who like horror movies like that little sense of shock of, like, oh, that's crazy. I like that. I like The Exorcist and things like that. It's not the fact that, like, I'm some kind of crazy guy. Well, maybe I am. But at the end of the day, I'm just saying, like, I just like the fact that when when something gives you like a little unexpected. Oh, I always loved that since a little kid, and that's what I tried to do with my animation, especially my like my. I have a whole set of comic books. The best comic books for me, it was, yeah, I like Spider Man, but I like Punisher and things like that. Like, I don't. It's sometimes the villains like are the best. Look at the Joker. The Joker, he's tied with Batman as far as like the as characters. He will never be forgotten. Batman is one thing, but the Joker is another. It's a whole different character, and that's just kind of what I wanted to do with Crash Out Season. So the prompt was giving me hell. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. They are regulating these prompts. They don't want you to say certain things in it to build characters and design the characters. So I had to actually go in there and take it from the ground roots and take the pictures and start animating them myself. So that took me a while to get it all together, but I'm back. So it might have a little different look, but it's all the same when it comes to the story. So I just want you to know that's the surprise for today, 12 a.m. I'm going to be dropping tonight. If you guys want to be the early ones on it, Crash Out Season drop. So I always got some dope stuff coming for you guys. So y'all can check that out. What about Chucky? I got Chucky on here too. Hold on. I got so many tattoos, y'all. I don't even know what part I got. Hold on. And a lot of these, everybody got their little Tupac tattoo, but a lot of these are quotes that I made myself because I write poetry too. I'm a writer, so a lot of these are some joints I made, but maybe another day I'll throw on a little tank top and show you guys just all my different tattoos. But I got all like Chucky, I got a whole bunch of them. But yeah, man, but that's my energy today. I just wanted to bring you guys some good energy and let you guys know that, you can go through these times and still feel good and still get up and want to do something, but don't feel, just because you might not feel compensated about it now, don't think that God ain't gonna bless you later. Go through what you gotta go through and get over the hurdles you gotta get over, and God is gonna bless you. Just like how he blesses me and blesses the people around me. So that's why I want to keep you guys around me. I'm keeping you guys around me. What else? What else we got going here? So in my you guys gotta check it out how I spoke on the second hand ownership as far as like you building yourself up off of other platforms like YouTube and getting ad revenue. I added all of that stuff about you getting some money and getting your hustle on. I added all of that in today's episode on that money, power, and ownership. So you guys gotta check that out after I finish this live too. Let me see. Hold on. Yeah, I see. I know, when it all boils down, with Donald Trump and everything going, it's really sad to see that it's 2024 and we can't have come to some kind of agreement where we see the presidents just have some, you know, both sides should have at least a chunk of stuff that they both agree on, and that's going to get done regardless. And then they should have their little outside different things about them that they might want to push forward. But we see now it's like this or not. This or it's over. And people got in their head, they thinking that these people care about them and they over there like marching with them and over there marching with them and I don't like you, I don't like you. It's the same energy that's going to put you all against each other. It's really out of our hands. When we really think about this, it's really out of our hands. We always here as America, we have to deal with the aftermath of whatever was going on, and we got to prepare ourselves. And we have to be more mentally structured and strong-minded about the next to come, because we see a lot of death and things like that on social media so much and so daily that we got to set our minds to have a little more strengthening in the intake of what we see, because we can't stop it in these times, man. And it doesn't look like all that negative energy is going to be stopping anytime soon, if you understand what I'm saying. We just got to connect with the people who agree with us and the people who want to form a tribe with us and build with the people that, got love for you. That's what I do. That's what I do, man. I watch a few, there's a few content creators. I've been trying to just watch a few other channels more now that I've been doing this live. And I see a few people that we have some kind of things that we agree with and some things that we we might have some kind of disagreement with. But it doesn't make me say, oh, I don't like that content creator. All it makes me say is, okay, he or she sees it some way different, and that's cool. You know, maybe we came from different walks of life, and we can all still come to a certain, like, some kind of resolution in everything that we do. I feel like America, we got to stop being so high. And that includes all of us. Like, I think people are making a lot of these decisions made from this point in the past. They've been made off of people just not in their right mind. And that's the scariest thing. That's one of the scariest things to me. Like, it's one thing about celebrating and going out there having fun, but when you ain't got the right mind to make decisions or make things work, man, that's dangerous. That's dangerous. That's destructive and dangerous. That's something I can't put my money on the table and feel solid about that bet. But that one, I might have to take my chips off the table with that. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Blessings, blessings, blessings. Much love, much love, much love. Good energy to all my peoples out there. You know what I mean? Don't go into this day with the energy of thinking that you're looking for what's next to come. Just know that something is coming and it's gonna be good and y'all gonna all be blessed. Because even if something happens to you, you're gonna know how to take it in. Everything happens for a reason. And that's the truth. Everything happens for a reason. Even me waking up today and wanting to bring this energy to you people, if it can help you, or you could, I don't even mind if you crack a little joke on me. I feel that good. I feel that blessed that my mind is clear today. It's not like some other days I'm a little more stressed and I hold it in and I just try to clear it out. But the energy on me today, I just feel open to the people. I feel like you guys can ask me anything, and I just feel just happy to be here living today on this Monday morning. So I appreciate you guys. I love all of you guys. You know that. You know that. I'm always gonna be sending good love, good energy, because we all need it, yo. Trust me, we all need it. The amount of mothers crying that I see on the news on the daily, it's enough to fill up a pool. It's enough to fill up a pool. And it's sad. It's sad. You gotta get you somebody in these times and love on them, y'all. Don't let nobody fool you with that cheating stuff and going cheating on the person that love you and go hurt the people that love you. That's demonic energy. That's energy that we don't like in our culture. We can't accept those type of things. We can't accept being, deception in our queens and our kings. We can't have them like that. For all my fellas, hold your head up. Things gonna be all right. Just because you might not be making $1 million or whatever, it doesn't make you less of a man. You know who you are. You know what you stand for. You know who you fighting for, and you know how much you can love. You find yourself a queen. You find somebody that loves you the same. You love on her, no matter what outside sources say what love is or what they expect it to be. You always stay close to the people and the people that love you. I love my family, and I love all the people that love me. I don't go out here with this energy and point out all the people that I hate and all the people that I don't really have. If you hate me, you hate me. I don't know what I can tell you. I can only be here for the people that love me. That's what I'm about. And I'm gonna carry on with my energy just like how I started and how I met all y'all good people from supporting me. But a lot of in these times it seems like people got this thing of, they looking down on people, and you see them kids out there running out there and they're just losing it and running in people's stores and stealing. But when they get outside, they're getting killed and they're getting treated a certain way, and they're getting put in jail for 30 years, and their families see them gone, and they can never get that life and that time back because they just threw it away over what, some jewelry or some clothes or some things that don't make no sense. It'd be a difference if you see a whole America and all the kids running to get food to take home to their families and things like that. But they ain't even doing that. They taking these possessions like Rolexes and things, and these are nice things. These are nice things, but these are also things that they don't make you who you are, and you could also work hard and get these things. Usually a Rolex that would be usually given to like a person that's made it up in the company. Like if you're working for a corporate and you've made a certain amount of money, you go, they'll give you a Rolex, and then you get into the watches, and from that point on, you maybe buy one on your own. But in these times, people feel like a Rolex is like their starting point, like just because, gotta understand, Rolex been a brand for years. I mean, these people, It's the timepiece. It's a very nice watch. I see a lot of them. They're really really nice watches. But when you see other people not understanding what it is and they come in and kill you and shoot you down for it, is it worth it? When you ask yourself, why would I put this watch on and hurt my family because I'm gonna go out there and be a target and my family gonna miss me over some jewelry? Don't you know that Kings, the real jewelry is inside? The soul wears the best jewelry. No diamond can be bigger than that jewelry. The jewelry that you have in your mind, the jewelry that you can keep, that's who you makes you are. Like the diamond inside of you that's your soul. The diamond that you find outside there, that's what people are. They're killing people and taking from. And they snatching it from our people. Them diamonds come from Africa. Them diamonds come from our people, our kings and queens. And we out there killing our own kings and queens for the things that, come on, we can work hard and get that. Let me tell you something, man. There used to be an old joke where they say, like the West Indians, they got 2 and 3 job. But that joke is just not really a joke. It's just how we work. It's because when you understand that life is not promised, you try to make the best out of your situation you can, whether you're living in a mansion or, just like a little, wherever you live. You try to make the best out of it. And that's just the way to, once you work hard, society have been watching people that it looks like they're not working hard and it looks like they're getting their blessings. So people say, I don't want to work. That's when the I don't want to work harder, I just want to work smarter came in. I don't want to work harder, I just want to work smarter. But why didn't you think about this in the beginning? Why didn't you fulfill your soul in the beginning? Why didn't you do the things that you love in the beginning? And I understand why. Some people have to go out there because situations happen. A baby might be involved. You get a job. You start working your way up through the ropes. But you cannot blame anybody else for your journey, especially when people are telling you there's other ways of going about it, and any day you can put this to the side and you can jump on that journey. Sometimes you just got to take a leap and pull the parachute if you have it or not. You might lose some time and some money, but it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. When you realize how much you have more than you think. You have way more than you think. Sometimes it takes, for me, it never took like me seeing somebody else down to like uplift me on my situation. To me, that was always demonic energy. I'd rather see somebody up and to know that there is another situation. And that's the difference between it. A lot of people, they are trauma bonding with people that's going through the same situations as them, and they feel so comfortable in that space where they want to stay there because they feel like they're staying there, so why not me? But that's not the way to look at it. You got to look at their situation like, how are they handling it? Oh, they haven't got out of it yet. So let me look up somebody that got out of this situation that I'm going through now. Oh, okay, he looks like he's kind of making it through this. Let me see what he got to talk about. Let me see what she has to say. And you learn from other people. Even when we was young and we was kids, we still learn from our teachers. So we still can't just go into life and just eliminate the teachers. No, when you become adults, mentors become your teachers later in life. And as you go through, you still need teachers throughout your whole life. Throughout your whole life. Don't let these people lie to you and think that you can't be taught something or somebody can't talk to you a certain way. If I did something wrong and somebody starts talking to me, no matter however they're talking to me, whether it feels disrespectful or the vibe is off, I still listen to what they have to say. It doesn't make that person stronger than me. It doesn't make that person more bigger than me. It just makes that person say, you know what? Okay, okay, I'm trying to find a better understanding. Maybe I did say something wrong. Okay, thanks for that. Oh, you know what I mean? But we are more at like, oh, you're better than me. You're smarter than me. It's not about that. The smartest person can die tomorrow. The person that thinks he's better than the person up top could be on the bottom tomorrow. We're not going to laugh at you. We're just going to, welcome you back in. And this time around, try not to make the same mistake. Try not to, like, do your own people like that and look down on your own people, because we are the same people that supported you guys to get to this point. I was so pissed off with that Diddy, man. When I heard that putting hits on Diddy, I said, what? Diddy, you putting hits on people? You should be ashamed of yourself doing something like that to your own people. Because I'm pretty sure it's not white people you're putting hits out. Tell us the truth, Diddy. Was it a white person you put a hit out on? Or was it your own people? So you got to look at these people and start realizing it's not you who they like. They like your money. And they want to take your soul. And they get up there and they sit and they smile in your face, but really they don't care about you. Let me tell you, it wasn't always like that. A lot of celebrities before, when we didn't know, exactly what they was doing on the day to day, it would feel more greeting, more, more happier to see a celebrity. Now, it feels like the energy I'm looking at. It feels like more people feel like it's a competition, like competing. What she wearing? Oh, I got those. It's like, what the hell? Like, what's going on here? Like, there's got to be a point where you have to see people for who they really are instead of just like, if you want to see somebody outside of what they're doing, actually look at that person and understand outside who they really are. Don't just take their music and attach it to them. Somebody could have wrote that song. That doesn't have to be about their life. They could be living the totally opposite way outside and treating people totally opposite. Look at Diddy. He called himself love. I didn't know. Maybe that love meant he loved just himself. We don't know at this point. But everything that we do know, it got scary after that. After we saw that video, it got scary. Everything changed in hip hop. Nobody wants to admit it. Everything changed. The things that we once believed in are the things that we now question. And that was the changeable moment for hip hop. It's a very changeable moment, because it changed people's minds and then even took that same change of mindset into politics. So now people don't really know what they see. It's a hard thing to judge somebody and know to trust what they're saying. And this happens all the time. People not having faith and people not believing in each other. And this is where we go. We end up in a place where money is the be-all to these people. Money don't really, you can't really do so much with money unless you're putting that money in a place where it's going to work for you. But if you just have money and it's not working for you and you're not bringing anything in, let me tell you guys, y'all be surprised how quick you could run through $1 million. And I'm not saying that because I'm over here with $1 million. All I'm saying is you'll be surprised how quick you run through $1 million. And you start realizing that in this world, for you to even have some kind of retirement, it's going to take you almost 10 point something million to even retire after your job. $1 million. You spend, we are spending daily, 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 and we have to just to keep up with living life in America. So now we have to take this part seriously. We really have to take it seriously. We have to take what we spend, what we do, how we present ourselves, what we say, our intake. We have to take all of this stuff seriously. Don't be like these other people just laughing through the situations and just trying to find the funny and the outs in these situations, because that's detrimental not only to you, your family, but other people around you. So I was watching I don't want to say their name, but it was like this. There were YouTubers on and they were doing, like YouTube. They were a couple, and their house, it was like a mansion. I don't know what people call it. It was a big house, and there's no pictures on the wall. It looks like every other person's house YouTube. It just, to me, while everybody might have looked at that place like it's just, to me it just looked like everybody else. It didn't look wholesome. Like, it didn't look like a place where love was filled in it. It just looked like a factory, a factory with beds. And I'm looking and I'm just like, man, I hope these two really love each other. Because if not, this is going to be a bumpy ride. Because they didn't even really understand each other. It was still learning each other. And that's a good thing too, but it's just like nowadays things are moving so fast. You guys wouldn't even believe it. When I doubt, like in our time, and I'm not saying this to sound old, but it took steps in relationships. Like, you took steps with a person and you made mistakes with a person, and you learned them out through time. Nowadays things are so quick and things are so like snappy that you miss out on the good stuff. Sex is one thing, and sex is a big thing in a relationship, but it's not everything in a relationship. Knowing that you have somebody that you can learn something from, love on, they can love you back for whoever you are, with or without the makeup, with or without the surgery, and you can go out there and be yourself and let yourself hang and just do what you want to do and kick your feet up and thank God to live, and just not having to watch your back or somebody going in your bank account. That's priceless. That's the real love. Not a lot of people have that, you guys. Not a lot of people do. They might have companionship of being in each other's presence, but that wholesome feeling like, I can leave it all with you and you can have it all. Not a lot of people have that, man. And it's sad because it's society. It's society and how society put us out here. Once we people feel like they have so many options, when I don't feel like they have any options at all, it's so hard to get somebody that could connect with you and see things for what it is instead of looking for things for outside and all these other things. When it comes to that point, it's almost like a pay to love thing. Like just pay to love. That's not how life works. That's not how it should be. That's not how I was raised. That's not just because I came from a home where it was a single family, and at once my pops lived here, but we never lost a connection. I don't know if it's a West Indian thing. I love my father. He always stops by in places and the house is, me and my bro's name, and that's how us as West Indians do. We don't look out there to be better than anybody else. We look out to leave something for our peoples and loving our peoples. I love my family, so why would I go out there and give you guys some kind of false reality of who I am just because I want to look cool online or so people can point out and say this about myself? No, I'm gonna be vulnerable and I'm gonna tell you guys who I am, and this is how I got here, and this is why I feel the way I am because I've been through things, and I refuse to come up here and start talking about my own damn people in a way if I don't have no kind of solution for them. I ain't doing that, y'all. It wasn't me and the people. I can't. The people that love and know me know that I'm not like that. So I'm not gonna come up here and put up this false image of who I am and the things I don't like. I don't have no morals, and my parents ain't raised me right. I'm not coming up here on that. I can't. I can't see myself doing that, and I'm never gonna do that for no money, for nobody. I'm always gonna be me. This is it, man. This is the package you get. You like it or not. If not, I can maybe work on something else, and maybe you guys might like that, but for the most part, I try to come up here and I try to keep it 100 with people. If I feel like it's something I don't want to bring to you guys, I just don't mention it. That's it. Oh, let me see. I like it. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. I've been working on these dreads for a minute. This has been it's having locks is a journey, y'all. It's a big journey. Let me show y'all something. And I'm trying. If you guys have any suggestions, tell me if, especially the ladies, I need you guys to be all. I need all the ladies to be loving on me right now. And I'm not saying that on some player, but y'all always know what's good and what. I'm a single man, so usually I would go to my lady for this. But I got this. It's lock and set styling lotion. If you guys know something that's better, this is what I've been using. And for the little, give you a little shine, I got this too. Mango lime. So those are the two products I use. If you guys know anything that's better for locks, any ladies or fellas out there, you guys got any tips for me, let me know. I'm always willing to try it, but it's been a journey with them. I try to just keep them fluffy. The more I work with them, the more they get longer and longer. I gotta put them in place a little better. But I want to get them all the way down and start styling them up a little better. But yeah, this is the things I use. Nothing special. I got this at a little shop. A little like a little hair shop and things like that. And this is Shine the Locks. But if you guys know anything that's better than these products, let me know, man, because I'm really looking for more stuff. I was just gonna use before this I had a Caesar and like the Caesar and Waves. I had that type of haircut and I used to the spray shine. I used to use that and I didn't want to put that on my locks this time. I don't know, but if I don't know. Let me know if there's any other products better than this. But thank you. I appreciate you. Love you much. Try to keep my locks and everything together. Yes, 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 yes. I appreciate y'all. Though. I really, really, really appreciate y'all. I needed that, and even if when y'all gotta understand, like when I come here with a good energy, I love when y'all give me some good energy back. I don't mind the jokes and stuff like that, but I love when I get that good energy back because it lets me know that there's good people still living in this world and good people still connecting with people. If any of you guys got a business or anything and you guys want to give a shout outs for your business or anything, y'all leave it down below. I ain't mad at that. I'll do all of that. Like, I don't mind all of that. I don't mind. If you have a business, I'd be happy to see my peoples out there doing good for themselves and things like that. We all can get it, man. We all can get it. We all can get it. That's why I said I'm inspired by dreams. That's why I started that company, because it's not just about being inspired by other people out there. You could be inspired by the things that you don't see in front of you. You can be inspired from inside your soul, the things that you can see where life is going, and then you can just make a format and build your blueprint off of that. And that's the reason why my brand, it's Preppy Streetwear, and it's dope. I try to keep it neat for you guys, man. I'm gonna have some new pieces that I'm working on. Trust me, I got some dope things coming. I'm in there too. I'm up there. I'm working. It's growing. We growing. We growing. The blessings is showing. It's showing. It's showing. So yeah, man, I'm about to get out of here, but I love you guys, and I gotta remember, crash out season tonight at 12 a.m. I don't want you guys to miss this, man. For all my dreamers and dreamettes, man, this is a good episode for you guys. I want you guys to share this episode tonight, and you guys check out my reactions for the I got a reaction out today, and I also have the money, power, and ownership, where you guys can get some tips and upgrade your hustle. And that's the reason why I did that. It looks kind of like podcast-ish, but I don't want to call it a podcast. I'm just doing the little I can do to help you guys out, as well as help myself and grow my brand. So until next time, I love you guys. Make sure you guys keep that good music, good energy. The playlist is gonna be dope this week. We got a lot of music, man. Make sure you guys subscribe to this channel. I got a lot of surprises for you guys. Crash out season coming tonight. All right. Boom. Love y'all. Peace.